Hi, my name is Vaughan, and I'm doing the informative speech on the airborne laser, and I'd like to show you my audience. When one thinks about Star Wars, you probably think about lasers going off, laser guns going everywhere, laser weapons. Well, today we're actually not that far away from this reality. The government has worked with several different private corporations to develop what is called the airborne laser, or ABL. What it is it's a huge laser in this Boeing 747 that is supposed to be able to shoot down missiles as they are launching while they're still in their first stage of flight. Through the cooperation of these companies, we've been able to make many advancements in these areas in order to have such a weapon at our disposal. The history of the project is mainly, it started actually in 1977 when the first coil laser, which is chemical oxygen iodine laser, that was when it was first created. What's great about it is not absorbed by many materials such as fused silica, but it is absorbed by metal, which it can rapidly heat metal and distort it, and that is why it is able to shoot down missiles, because it can mess up the shell on the missile and bring it down. The first airborne laser, technically you could say, was developed in the 1980s. It was a prototype using the Boeing NKC-135. It was actually successful and was able to shoot down several missiles, but was not believed to be a useful weapon at the time. The airborne laser project currently in use was started in 1996. It was passed by Congress and given the funding in 1996. In March 2007, the laser had its first successful test. It was installed into the plane in July of 2008, and in February of 2010, a full flight test was used outside of California, off the coast of California, where it actually took flight, targeted the missile, and started the firing sequence onto the missile located off the coast of California. Though all these advances have been made, it is only because these different companies have worked together in developing this product. And this is how it works. It detects the vapor trail of a missile. As it's taken off, it leaves a heat signature and a vapor trail behind it, which the airplane can actually detect from several hundreds of miles away. Next, it has what is called the track illuminating laser. It's just not a very high-powered laser. It's still high-powered, but all it's used for is it locates the missile as it's flying. It pinpoints it and kind of starts the targeting process. Next, the beacon illuminating laser reflects its own light off of the missile and tells you different atmospheric conditions so that it knows how to adjust the laser beam before it fires to destroy the missile. Next, the coil laser, the main laser of the plane, shoots, and it aims for usually the most vulnerable spot on the missile, which is going to be your fuel tank. But if it cannot find the fuel tank for some reason, it can actually heat an arch in front of the missile and actually expand the air in front of it through heat to where it can crush the missile during its flight. The whole point of this, though, is you want to catch it in its early stages of flight while it's still on its way up, because when the boosters are still going, it's most predictable and most vulnerable at this point, because it's not going to be able to change direction very much. It's going at such a speed and still continually speeding up that it can't really change direction, so it's easily targeted. Also, while it's in this stage, it's still going to be over the country of origin most likely. So when it is destroyed, say it had some sort of a chemical agent inside, those agents are going to be dispersed over the country of origin. Therefore, it is also attacking the country with their own weapon. Several companies have come together to make this, though. It couldn't have been done without these companies. Boeing provided a 747 and modified it so that it could be used. Northrop Grumman is a laser company that came up with the main firing mechanism and also the targeting laser. Raytheon Electronic Systems developed the beacon illuminating laser, which will be greatly used. The Lockheed Martin came up with the turret in the front of the plane, which actually allows you to direct the beam in many different directions in front of the plane, and also the targeting systems. Through the cooperation of these companies, we've been able to make some great advancements, and actually it is scheduled that the first actual flight of the airborne laser with military purposes will be in 2013. The project will be completed. But through the cooperation of these companies, we've been able to come up with what is going to be a great missile defense that will really just give the people of this country some comfort and some peace to know that we are safe at night. Thank you very much.